So the question is, in the post-liberalization era, Indian politics has moved from ascriptive politics to development politics. कमेंट करना है आपको यहाँ पे, ये एक स्टेटमेंट दी गई हुई है. यू डोंट हैव टू जस्टिफाई इट. ऐसा नहीं कि यू हैव टू जस्टिफाई इट कि भाई ये लिखा है, ये एक यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ है, यू आर जस्टिफाइंग इट. आपको अपने व्यूज लिखने हैं इसके ऊपर. और यहाँ पे इसकी डिमांड यही है क्वेश्चन की कि भाई एस्क्रिप्टिव पॉलिटिक्स से हम डेवलपमेंट पॉलिटिक्स की तरफ वी आर मूविंग. तो वो जो एलिमेंट्स हैं आपको रिफ्लेक्ट करने हैं, और जो आपका असेसमेंट है यू कैन राइट इट. ये है क्वेश्चन की डिमांड. अब यहाँ पे आप लिख रहे हो कि पोस्ट 1991 इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स हैज सीन a shift from traditional line of caste, class, religion and ethnicity to a more rational and aspirational political environment. ठीक है. There was a divergence from the stagnant Hindu rate of 3 to 4% to a, I don't understand what the word you wrote here, so use simple language. Fine, use simple and to the point language, because the restrictions of permit Raj were lifted and it led to a unleashing of entrepreneurial spirit of the people. The flowery language use करने की कोई भी ज़रूरत नहीं है. Keep your language simple and to the point. That is going to be more effective and conveying your message clearly. आपका यहाँ पे कोई लैंग्वेज से इंप्रेस नहीं करना है आपको अपनी आर्ग्यूमेंट से इंप्रेस करना है, आपको अपनी जो क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट है उससे इंप्रेस करना है एग्जामिनर को. ही इज नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट कि आपने कितनी फ्लावरी लैंग्वेज वहाँ पे यूज़ की है. ये कोई ऐसे का टेस्ट नहीं है आपका. हाँ, पॉलिटिकल साइंस के कीवर्ड्स आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं, दैट इज़ गुड. ITBP वाला लिख रहे हो आप, ठीक है. डेवलपमेंट की जो ये डायमेंशंस हैं, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, हेल्थ केयर, एजुकेशन, ये कुछ ऐसे आर्गूमेंट्स ऐसे किसी स्कॉलर्स ने ऐसा कुछ बोला हो, सो यू कैन ऐड दैट. इट इज़ गोइंग टू ऐड सम एडवांटेज टू योर आंसर. ओके, राइज ऑफ न्यू इंडिया, कौन से स्कॉलर ने बोला? इफ यू रिमेंबर, दैट्स गोइंग टू बी हैव सम काइंड ऑफ एडवांटेज फॉर यू. हाउएवर, वन कैनॉट डिनाई द persistence of certain ascriptive element. वो रहेगा हमेशा. You can write that it is strongly embedded in our political culture. We have to move toward the finer political culture. Political socialization उसमें role play कर सकती है. You can write those kind of theoretical dimension in this answer. और जो अभी के डेवलपमेंट है, जैसे कि आपने ये लव कुश वाला डायमेंशन लिखा है यहाँ पे, you can write this thing. Contemporary से आप लिंक कर सकते हैं, that's good. So overall your answer was average. I would give 3.5 marks in this answer. Compare the Nehruvian and Gandhian model of development. Though neither Gandhi nor Nehru was an economist, both understand the ground realities and need of India. Why you have to write that they were not economists or what? Or they had diverging models of development, but okay, this I would call a shallow way of introduction. Gandhi's vision was rooted in the minimalist, ethical and decentralized model of development. Nehru was, on the other hand, was inspired by Fabian socialism and recommended the mixed economy model, which was firmly adopted pre-liberalization. Schumpeter, in his book Small is Beautiful, calls Gandhi model as a human-centric and labor-focused, as Gandhi rallied for village-level cottage industries and was against the economy of scale. ठीक है. Nehru, on the other hand, was transporter of state-led industrialization and city-based development. Even Bjarkenberg has against Gandhi model of village center of development. So Medgar felt it would entrench caste bias even deeper. Nehru remarks industries and dams are temples of modern India. ठीक है. Gandhi vision and view on technology have highly been what is this? Misunderstood. Gandhi was not against innovation but wanted it to be small scale to assist human-led development. Are you justifying Gandhi view? Nehru was, on the other hand, promoted scientific temper and adoption of technology in aspect of the. अब जो डेवलपमेंट का आइडिया है गांधी का. ओके, यू रोट द रिलेवेंट पॉइंट. यहाँ पे ये भी लिखो कि जो मास प्रोडक्शन को उसने कैसे क्रिटिसाइज किया. फाइन, उसके क्या हार्मफुल इफेक्ट से उसने उसको कैसे क्रिटिसाइज किया, ऑन व्हाट बेसिस. यू शुड राइट दैट एज वेल. In mass decentralized state, Gandhi propagated least and minimal interference by state and governance based on Swaraj model and non-violence. ओके, ये डायमेंशंस भी प्रॉपरली आप लिंक कर सकते हो गांधीज आइडिया ऑफ डेवलपमेंट से. गांधी had an ecocentric vision of development. It is often called as economy of permanence. Gandhi being one of the first to advocate sustainable development. Okay, Nehru had a more anthropocentric relations with the nature and environment. He okay, ठीक है. यहाँ पे आप किन्हीं थ्योरिस्ट के व्यूज लिख सकते थे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दीज. भिकू पारेख ने क्या कहा गांधी के ऊपर, यू कुड हैव मेंशन दैट एज वेल. Thus the need of modern day India is find a balance to use the position of both models where villages and cities and the agriculture and industry all prosper together. ठीक है, और इट्स आपका कंक्लूजन है जैसे आपका इंट्रोडक्शन था. So I would give 6 marks in this. What has been the political fallout of Green Revolution? Green Revolution, although an agriculture movement to fulfill India's food security needs, had for greater political ramification on Indian democracy and federalism. Okay, the Green Revolution has often been labeled as a political project by the scholars like Rudolph and Rudolph, who saw it as a means of bullock cart capitalism. It replaced the dominance of professional lower class in the parliament with the landed gentry from the state of Punjab, Haryana and Western UP. ठीक है, this is a good argument. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से 15 मार्कर्स था, थोड़ा सा और आपको बैकग्राउंड आपको ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन का यहाँ पे लिखना चाहिए था. ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन का बैकग्राउंड इन पॉलिटिकल कंटेक्स्ट यू शुड हैव रिटन. Green revolutions bring what Yogendra Yadav terms the second democratic upsurge. It was a shocker for the Congress dominance, led to the rise of landed OBC. Leaders like Chotu Ram gained prominence. Who is this Chotu Ram? Even lobbies akin to Bharati Kisan Union got voice in the politics. Chotu Ram, you mean to say the political leader from Haryana? I hope so, but I haven't read Yogendra Yadav mentioning Chotu Ram in his second democratic upsurge. Aditya Das Gupta blames the Green Revolutions for making politics populist and short-term policy based. Aditya Das Gupta. Okay. Credited to farmers and procurement rates, even rate of MCs became topics of political debate. ठीक है. The 2020 farmer protests are important instance of the political power of farmers associations. Farmers also became an important vote bank for the state of Haryana, Punjab and Western UP. ठीक है, but again, come to the key point. Political fallout of Green Revolution. Political fallout क्या हुए Green Revolution के? Keep to that, around that only. Politics of Green Revolutions became a concentration of profit with only landed elites and neoliberal rollback of the state that led to the pamperization of small farmer. Okay. Apart from the political, there has been prominent environmental fallout of the green revolutions. Vandana Shiva notes there was nothing green about the revolution, calling it a instance of mal development. हाँ ठीक है. Adding different dimension is good. There's both pro and cons of the green revolutions. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन, ये आंसर आपका. How does Niti Aayog, as a policy think tank with shared vision, visualize the रे क्या है ये, यूटिलाइज क्या लिखा है आपने, ये विजुलाइज द रिकॉग्निशन ऑफ प्लानिंग इन इंडिया. Justify your answer. Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission as the government think tank in 2024 since it is. कई बार मुझे आपके कुछ वर्ड समझ में नहीं आते हैं, सो ट्राई टू मेक योर राइटिंग मोर लिजिबल एंड यूज सिंपल वर्ड्स. For its bottom-up and innovative approach. Niti Aayog, the Niti gave the Team India approach, where it sees all the state as partners in planning and call for the cooperative federalism to lead India in the path of development. Cooperative federalism. They also brought the dimension of competitive federalism. जहाँ पे डिफरेंट स्केल्स को यूज़ किया गया, जैसे ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के पैरामीटर्स थे स्टेट लेवल पे अप्लाई किए गए कि कौन सा स्टेट बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज प्रोवाइड कर रहा है इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए. सो दोज डायमेंशन वर आल्सो बीइंग इंक्लूडेड. फॉर डेवलपमेंट इट हैज़ कम विद द important approaches of Atmanirbhar Bharat and PLI. It takes mission oriented planning and strategy with the prominent missions like Swachh Bharat mission and Digital India mission. ठीक है, ओके आंसर है ये. आपको अपने आंसर को पॉलिसी थिंक टैंक विद शेड विजन का मतलब है स्टेट्स को साथ में रखना फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर डायमेंशन. इसको आपको फोकस करना है. हैज़ बीन नोन फॉर द कंसल्टेंसी फर्म बेस्ड ऑन प्लानिंग रादर देन द प्योर एकेडमिक expert route. It is prominent by its composition and functionary. Another important aspect of, as mentioned in its report of India at 75, is the constant formulation of 3-year action plans and 7-year vision plans for different sectors and departments, showcasing its organized, clear target plan. Okay, has been, however, Niti Aayog has been toothless due to the lack of control of finances and no direct budgetary allocation. As a rebrand top-down approach, expert is half-baked. So you don't have to give any kind of such powers to Niti Aayog. इसका काम ही सिर्फ think tank है to propose things which can be worked out at certain levels. उसके लिए हमारे पास finance commission है real powers के लिए. So it is not required as well. It has also been, what is this, for its over technocratic bent and ignorance of academics. However, this claim is only half true. I don't know what you want to say here. Scholar call for a rejuvenated Niti 2.0 with the greater financial autonomy and truly bottom-up approach with more active participation from civil society actors like NGO, self-help groups and ASHA workers. Acha, how you want their participation and what would happen if Niti Aayog will get financial autonomy, and financial autonomy in what sense you want to say कि भाई जो इसकी working है उसमें you are saying about financial autonomy, what exactly, be clear about what you want to say. Niti Aayog remains the nerve center of Indian to Indians goal of Viksit Bharat. Generic conclusion. Examine the various cause of agrarian crisis in India. MS Swaminathan noted if agriculture goes wrong, everything else will go wrong. Okay. Indian agriculture sees the crisis with 45% employment but only 18% contribution. Okay, take intro is fine. The crisis is multidimensional. There is stagnance in the yield to the fallouts of green revolution. The farms have seen overuse of high yielding seeds and chemical fertilizers. Even the irrigation meant to be a blessing has become a curse with the groundwater depletion and water shortage. Rain dependent crops have experienced failures due to the change in the climate and abrupt. ठीक है. Okay, good points. Size and holding that becomes the hurdle of any attempt to mechanization and use of technology. Agriculture today also faces issue of debt trap due to the Utsav, what Utsava Patnaik called the informal cycle of credit taking. Honestly speaking, जो आप thinkers कई mention कर रहे हो, कई बार होता है कि मैंने उनका नाम सुना ही नहीं होता. So I would say कि make sure that you are using right kind of thinkers जो कि बहुत prominent है. Fine, क्योंकि मेरे पास तो इंटरनेट है, I can cross check it, but I'll just suggest you कि जो बहुत prominent है, you should use that only. Post 1991, state has retreated to, what is that, to focus on the markets rather than direct investment, but this retreat is not complete. Agriculture remains the politicized issue with the short-term populist policy making centered on the procurement rates to appease the vote bank rather than dealing with the deep entrenched issue. Okay, so what are your suggestions to make complete use of AI technology, IoT to boost agriculture despite efforts like Swamita and drone? These schemes effort remain fragmented and alrighty. Moving forward to the present worsening of agriculture crisis, India must implement recommendation of Ashok Dalvi and MS Swaminathan committee along with the upgrading global best practices in AI. अरे MS Swaminathan committee जो है, what they were proposing was totally different what you are writing about this AI and digital kind of thing you are saying. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे थे. इन्होंने तो जो MSP उसको भी लीगल स्टेटस देने की बात कही है MS स्वामीनाथन ने, और बहुत सारे कॉन्क्रीट रिफॉर्म्स उन्होंने डाले हैं. और ये चीज़ें मास स्केल पे ही एप्लीकेबल हो सकती हैं. मास स्केल पे मतलब जहाँ पे लैंड होल्डिंग बहुत बड़ी हो. अब छोटी छोटी स्मॉल लैंड होल्डिंग पे AI और डिजिटल यूज़ की बहुत ही लिमिटेड इसका यूज़ है. सो जो बहुत सारे हमारे की इश्यूज़ हैं, दोज वर नॉट बीइंग सोल्ड बाय दीज. हाँ, जैसे नेचुरल फार्मिंग हो गया, ओके, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग हो गया, सस्टेनेबल फार्मिंग. सो दीज थिंग्स शुड बी यूज्ड. Niti Aayog needs report from green revolutions to Amrit Kaul suggests that a capital investment. हाँ, that's very good. Chemical to the organic natural. हाँ, this is very good point. This is what I was saying. The value chain needs to be strengthened from the farm to fork with the focus not only on the food surplus but also food and nutrition, farmer welfare and capacity building. ये सही है. That is the good one. This is the good answer. Okay. So हाँ, overall nice, but यहाँ पे फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत स्कोप है इम्प्रूवमेंट का. एक तो अपनी लैंग्वेज को थोड़ा सा और सिंपल करो, टू द पॉइंट करो, और जो डिमांड है क्वेश्चन की स्टिक टू इट. ठीक है, लैंग्वेज में और थोड़ा सा एलिजिबल रखो. कुछ वर्ड समझ में नहीं आ रहे हैं, एनीवे फिर भी ठीक है, ओवरऑल इट्स फाइन, चीज़ें इंप्रूव हो जाएंगी. कीप डूइंग इट.